I think everyone can see the future possibility and future potential this is providing to kids. So being able to, design and build anything that solves a problem or creating an invention that's going to make life easier. Everyone can see that that's the potential of this kind of program and this kind of learning.
Hey, we're back with Michelle and Kathy for part 2 of our My Robotics journey. Michelle and Kathy, how are you?
Great, thanks.
Amazing. So to start off, can you think of a proudest moment you've had as it pertains to representing Canada with your team?
Oh my God. Yeah, we won the Google Community Award last year.
Oh.
Yeah, we didn't tell you that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
That was cool.
Oh, yeah. That old thing.
So one of our teams, our all-girls team, applied for that award, submitted a video, and just kind of told the story about what they had done in the community. And they were our original team. So when we did start our first team here, it was an all-girls team. And then it kept growing and more kids wanted to be involved. And
so then we've been focusing in that video and in that whole submission, we got to talk about how we're impacting our local community, and also an international community as well, because we've been making a lot of connections overseas with robotics. We've got a lot of teams in Eastern Africa, in Uganda. That is something I'm so proud of, is that connection with the Ugandan students and how we're learning from them probably more than they're learning from us.
And we are actually traveling there in March with students from our team to compete in a tournament there, a VEX tournament. So we are fundraising and sponsoring that at this time. And that's what our tournaments that we're hosting here in Canada, all of the proceeds are going to support running that tournament in Uganda.
How did that go? How did that work?
I actually am one of the directors of the charity that started the VEX program in Uganda. So full disclosure, it's me. And it actually happened because of her convincing me to take a robotics kit one year when we were going down there. The original group of kids had this partial robot kit. And I was like, oh, what are you guys doing? And because I recognize all the parts, and they're like, oh, we're building this robot. Da, da, da. I'm like, well, what have you done so far? Well, we keep getting to a point, we're missing a part, we can't finish the instructions. So we just take it apart and build something else. And I'm like, what are the odds downstairs in the car that I drove here with, I have a complete kit? It was the weirdest moment. So brought it up there and we're like, all right, let's build a full robot.
Let's get to work, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they did. They got to work.
Oh,
Can you
so
imagine
cool.
how exciting it is when you're almost there to make these robots 50 times and then all of a sudden you can, and it was great.
It was really cool. So those students, it kind of sparked the idea of like, well, we have makerspaces, a place for kids to be able to go and do that at home in Canada. And I mean, those places exist globally. Why don't we start one there? So we did, and we just started getting parts donated from teams all over Canada and the US to grow that makerspace into kind of the home base of where we could distribute robot kits to schools who were interested. So it grew from that one small group. And then once we had all these teams established, we're like, well, we have to have a tournament. Like, we want to bring these teams together from the country to compete. So we had just 2, they competed head to head, then 2 became 4, and 4 became 32 before you knew it. And it's crazy that it started with just this one little kit that I didn't want to bring.
And you did.
What's it like knowing that you've impacted the future of not only your own students, but students in a different country?
It's pretty rewarding to know that you're having impact on youth. However, I think it just makes us to want to keep going, right? Like the mission is never this robotics season or that robotics season. It's there is no finish line, right? So we're constantly pushing forward because you can see the kids and the enjoyment and the learning and the successes and the failures, all of it together makes an experience that I don't think we could do in any other capacity.
In so many ways now, it's not even really our story to tell, because it's in the hands of, local people making a program fantastic. I mean, the best that we can do is, sure, we can provide equipment, we can provide some expertise and get the ball rolling, but ultimately it's driven by people.